Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. So I want to show you how I make my delicious pepper steak. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with our steak. So you want to make sure your steak is nice and dry, so just pat it dry a little bit. And I'm using a London broil. So now I'm gonna cut it into thin slices, and you want to do this so the cooking time is not as long. So you're looking for something like this, trying to keep them the same size so that everything can cook even. So to season up my steak, I'm going to add a little bit of oil so the spicing can stick to it. I'm also going to add this delicious Dominican sazón liquido. Guys, if you see this bottle at your store, pick it up. There's a bunch of good stuff in it, and it's a great replacement for sofrito. So I always keep one in my pantry, and it's so good. I'm also going to add onion powder, adobo, some sazón. I'm trying this new sazón. It's the Loisa. It's salt-free, and so far, so good. I'm also going to add some garlic powder, some dried thyme. Make sure you grind that thyme in between your hands to release the flavor. Now, if you don't have dried thyme, you can use dry oregano or parsley. I went in and I added a good amount of black pepper. Black pepper and steak go so well together. Some salt, and I'm also going to smash 2 garlic cloves right into my steak. I know I added garlic powder, but the flavor that this is going to give to the steak is going to be out of this world. So after adding all of your spices, make sure you get everything a nice mix. And mi gente, I listed all of the spices in the description, so if you miss something, pick it up. So now that your steak looks like this and already looks delicious, you're going to let it marinate for a couple of hours, or you can let it marinate for a couple of minutes. It's up to you. Alright guys, so when you're ready to cook, heat up your skillet on medium-high heat. You're going to add enough oil to cover the bottom of the skillet, and then we're going to add a couple of teaspoons of sugar. You can use any type of sugar you have. We're going to let that sugar cook. It's going to get nice and caramelized. So while we wait, we're going to just prep our peppers really quick. So I'm going to use a whole red pepper and also green pepper, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut it into strips. Alright guys, so now that you see your sugar is almost burning, you're going to start to add your steak. So you want to make sure the steak is at room temperature before it hits the skillet. So take it out of your fridge about 10 minutes before you start to cook, and then it's going to become at room temperature. So after adding your steak to the skillet, we're going to add some cilantro. Now the cilantro is optional. I just like the taste of it. You don't have to add it. So as soon as you finish adding all your stuff, you're going to cover it up, lower your heat to medium, and cook your steak for about 10 minutes or until you see that the water that the steak has released is evaporated. So you're going to turn your steak, and look how beautiful this crust look. This, I'm telling you, when the steak is around temperature, is the best thing because it's going to give the steak such a good color. So we're just going to go ahead and turn it really quick. I want to give you another look so you can see how good this looks. So we're going to go ahead and just add a little bit more water, just enough water to cover the steak. I just added water to the same bowl I was marinating my steak in. So after adding your liquid, you're going to cover it up, leave the heat on medium, and then you're going to cook your steak for another 10 to 12 minutes or until it's just tender. All right, we are still not done cooking it yet, but when you can just cut your steak like this, you are good to go. So that's when you're going to add some tomato paste. Now when you add your tomato paste, you're just going to mix it up with your steak really quick before adding your peppers. So mi gente, let the tomato paste cook with the steak for about 30 seconds so the flavor can really up and up. And then after the 30 seconds, you're going to add your peppers, and then you're just going to mix it very well with the steak. Alright, mi gente, so after mixing up your peppers with your steak, you're going to add a little bit more water to the skillet. Now we're going to partially cover it again, and this time we're just going to cook the peppers. So you can cook it for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how cooked you want your peppers to be. If you still want your peppers to have a nice bite on them, you're going to just cook it for like 8 minutes, or you can cook it for longer if you want it softer. Pero mi gente, my pepper steak is all the way done, and let me tell you, my house smells amazing. This steak is so flavorful, it's tender, it's delicious, and I'm telling you, you are gonna love this recipe. You can serve it over some rice, over some mashed potato, or also over some mango. And that mango and the steak and the peppers, oof, it's so good. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.